Well, hi everybody. This is David from My Metal Today, and it's Hyperspace Metal Festival weekend here in beautiful Vancouver, BC. And we're here with the band Voidchaser, who's playing on Saturday, day 3. And why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
I'm Eddie. I'm the bass player, so I can barely play what I play. I've been part of the live tour musician, and I slowly became a very, very good friend with the rest of the boys, the Voidchaser boys, and the rest is, as they say, history. I'm like a parasite. They just can't get rid of me.
That's not
I just
true.
show up to the I show up to the gigs, and
He's got a ear.
yeah, I got this ear. See,
That's true.
that's why I got it. I got it.
Yeah. That's enough. Thank you.
Bassist, sit down. Also, obviously, I'm cold.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Chad Bernatchez, singer, rhythm guitarist, Voidchaser. Do most of the lyric writing, all of it, songwriting, and all that stuff. Anyway, I'm the least important person because I surround myself with people who are much better than I am and drag me forward.
I think you're some more credit than that. You basically created the.
No, we're trying to date them into a false sense of humbleness. I'm so humble.
Okay. So I'm Colin McAndrew. I am the drummer for Voidchaser and too many other bands, but I am doing this with the other guys, and it's Flutter, be a part of the Hyperspace and all that.
Yeah. I'm GC Lauduzzi and I play guitar. I also play bass only on the studio version, and I'm also manager of the
Manager, label.
yeah, manager, etc. Dad, mom, everything. Mommy, dad. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much all of it.
Big CV. CV.
Very impressive.
Oh, cool. Well, can you guys tell us a little bit about how did Voidchaser get started? And I'm really curious about the name. Where's the name come from?
I'll take this one, guys. The name actually, I'm a big video game guy, and I was playing this game called Divinity Original Sin 2, and in this game, there's a bunch of these like voids. I think they're called void spawn. I forget now, but anyway, void crawlers or something like that you fight, and just kind of Voidchaser just kind of dawned on me then and there, so I went with it. And then basically a lot of the music was kind of living in my head for a while. Like Solace was an album that I'd written maybe like maybe 8 years now. I don't know. It's been a while anyway. Finished the Roar like claims 2017. And basically like the later half of 2022, I decided that I was going to start doing some stuff and started the band in 2023. Couple of lineup changes later. GC joined September 2023. And then the following year, we had Colin on as a full-time member, and now we got Eddie, and that's pretty much it. So
Very cool.
yeah.
Is one follow-up question actually for you specifically. What would you say your biggest vocal inspirations are?
Oh man. Right off the top of my head, Mike Lackerfelt. Lots of there's a lot of Devin Townsend, I think, too, just in terms of like showmanship. I can never sing that well, but I would say Michael Langerfeld's a big one. Jens Kitzman from Meshuggah, definitely a big inspiration. I grew up listening to a lot of Ozzy and stuff like that too, so that's just like in my DNA. I'm sure I'm forgetting some stuff, but
So I am curious, and before we move on, it was kind of striking to me. I couldn't shake like early '90s Red Hot Chili Peppers. Have you ever heard that?
it's probably no. It's probably because I kind of look like him, I guess. There. No, I've never heard that one. No, that's an interesting one. I guess I see it.
Definitely like kind of, especially the first couple tracks on the album.
Yeah.
And I could definitely hear it in the cleans for sure.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard that one before, but I think that there's also like this current album. I think I know I've put a lot more effort into my vocals. I started seeing a vocal coach and all that stuff, so it's possible that they're maybe coming out a little bit more as intended. As a result of that, I might have accidentally stepped into that territory.
Very cool. So then let's talk about the album. Just came out last week. Love it. In fact, for those of you who do follow mymetaltoday.com, I will be publishing a review. I would have liked to have had it done at more Hyperspace. Didn't have time, unfortunately. takes a lot of that put together. That is some packs. But one of the things that's cool about the album, I'm a big dystopia. Absolutely love dystopia. And you get lots of like 1984 vibes and other types of stuff along those lines. What were some of the science fiction or dystopia type influences to use for Forest or?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big sucker for Fallout. I kind of just like at some point while I was playing through Fallout 4, I just thought it would be really cool if to do like Vault-Tec in space, and everything kind of just went from there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I read a lot of sci-fi. I'm really into Warhammer 40k because of it. And then you was kind of like, your stuff is very Warhammer coded, and then that kind of.
It's got that like tongue-in-cheek aspects to the music as well as like to the lyrics and the story. So it has maybe like I would say Fallout, right? But like dialing up that like tongue-in-cheek corporation, staying to the max. Maybe even go as far as like maybe Ratchet and Clank level of like funny.
So Ratchet and Clank calls it way. Yeah, especially in the intro piece, the grand design for me. That's the piece where I can see me playing Ratchet and Clank there over that track. Yeah. But even
so it is dystopian, but it keeps us like happy too, you know. Or kind of silly. It's silly. We're laughing a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the goal, right? Like I think that's I don't know if you guys know what's going on in the world right now, but it's kind of fucking weird. So I think that to have the address some kind of more serious themes in like this silly way and kind of coat it with some fun sci-fi storytelling, I think is like a very digestible way to maybe tackle more serious issues, I guess. So art imitates life, and I like Fallout, I guess, a bit.
I love it. Great video game too. So Interstellar Part 1.
Yeah.
So you, obviously that it implies that there's a Part 2, maybe a Part 3. Who knows? I'm curious. Like, what was? Do you have like a grander scheme there? If you storyboarded out kind of what you're thinking, like. I'm curious.
Well, I grand design. Yeah, I'm gonna pass the fuck to Jushu on that one because I think that it kind of. Yeah.
Well, can we talk about it?
Yeah. Let's go.
So we can leak our own stuff. So yeah, there is good question. There is a Part 2 coming. It's already composed. Actually, it's already there. It's already ready to record and stuff. So, but yeah, Interstellar Part 2 is will be coming at some point in the future, not too far. And it's got I know it's in the same universe. You can tell more about it, but it's in the same universe lyrically and musically. You will hear that it's just the next part of the bigger history. And when you finish the last track, to Renew, featuring Michael Erickson from Interstellar 1, you can hear that the last chord that is played is just to be continued. Yeah, so there is clearly, we wanted to musically point out that yes, there is going to be another part to this. It's going to be
yeah, and basically like we just ended up having too many songs where we started thinking about Interstellar. So we were like, well, like because I think we operate at a level now where it's kind of just like put the like whatever songs kind of fit together with a certain theme of an album, like, and there was just a lot of music that ended up fitting into this kind of scope of Interstellar. So we were like, it's gonna be more than one album. And we just thought, let's do a double album. It's an ambitious, weird thing to do, is like kind of basically your first full length album ish. Like it's our second, but still. This early in our careers, we were like, fuck it, let's go. I don't know if I can swear. I've been swearing this. So.
Yes. Okay. We have a thumbs up for a producer. I don't know, man. I've been hearing like the Interstellar Part 1 and knowing the guys, I was half expecting that that's it. There's never going to be a Part 2 or Part 3. That's the joke kind of situation. But now they have a whole thing planned.
The whole thing.
Yeah. And now it's official. Now it's going to be public knowledge at this point.
Yeah, now the pressure's on. We got to get it out.
Yeah, exactly.
if I can say about the Part 2, I think it's going to be even more bold, even more broad, even more ambitious.
Yes,
like that.
I think there was definitely a but I see Part 1 as a lot of the setting up of everything that's going to go down in Part 2, and Part 2 is basically
Anyway,
Yeah, it concludes. It concludes.
I would just say that I've had a lot of fun writing some of the drums on it so far. It's been really, there's some cool stuff. I'm really stoked to it.
Yeah, we're excited.
Very well said.
Oh, one final question before we wrap things up. Like I always like to know, I know a lot of other people like to know, what's each of your favorite song to play on the new album and why?
Yeah, Initiation Day is the everything bagel. Is the everything bagel of the album. It has everything. It has a bass solo, of course. You know, I'm kind of legally obliged to say that it's my favorite one. But it also has a bunch of like sexy little movements, and it's got that like 90s rock and like old influences that I really enjoy in Voidchaser. That I feel like is really originally mixed into this like modern prog metal soundscape, and yeah, more of that, guys.
And that 90s rock influence, that's where it's probably where some of that Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, maybe that's it, right?
Yeah, I never. A little side note on that is that like at some point when we were going through Initiation Day, I like sat back and I listened and I was like, you just fucking did Warpix. Like,
It's a big influence. I know Kiss has been a very big influence for you. Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne,
Deep Purple, big one.
Deep Purple, yeah, especially with the organ. We had a lot of organ and the tracks with Mathieu Fessé. Yeah, and Deep Purple, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath. It's there. If you listen carefully, you can hear, especially in the solos and the yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite track to play?
It's hard to say, but I think it's Hyperconverted.
Yeah.
Best song. It's the heaviest song we ever made. Even we play on 8 strings guitar, and we have to down tune the strings because it's so low, it's so heavy, and it's a 8 to 9 minutes track, and there is a beautiful solo written by Charlie Griffiths from Ex Aiken in it. But live, I have to do it, so it's something, but I manage. Hopefully, somehow I manage, but it's really fun to perform live.
It's like the album's progressive death metal opus.
Yeah.
It's also a little bit of a meme live too, because this guy can say anything to the crowd, and the 4 count just starts in your ears. Like, anyway, here's Hyperconverter, and it's like the heaviest pattern.
Well, when we started touring that song, it was I had advertised it as the ballad. It's not. Get ready, people, ready to like, you know, this is your. I would say like this is the ballad. If you want to go for a smoke or whatever, now's the time. Like, we're gonna take the energy down and then call on.
Anyway, here's Hyperconverter.
It's up your tour, bro. It's actually the most violent thing here so far.
Well, what about you, Colin?
Well, I gotta say that the one that feels at least behind the kit the most varied with all kinds of different grooves and different things is Ivory Tower.
Which is also my favorite song, by the way.
It's just especially when I got to kind of sit back and like look at the progressions and figure what I could do and everything. And I mean, I come from like, well, I got really into like a lot of extreme metal and stuff, and I play now with like a bunch of pretty heavy bands, and sometimes I'm just like, oh, it'd be cool to get some blast beats in here, right? I think we can make it work. And now getting to do that, plus all the other grooves that we have, and it's just almost a versatile track, and there's a lot of room to kind of breathe, especially in the outro. There's just like I have all this free open space to just kind of do whatever, and it fits in whatever way. So it's just freeform, it's fun, and it's groovy, and it's just got a lot of things with the exactly. So
For some reason, it reminds me of Futurama too. No, it's the best. I think it's
Yeah, exactly. Can we say that this song, Ivory Tower, almost didn't make the album?
Yeah.
I'm still the reason that it stayed.
I coached her like, no, this is staying, and I'll be out.
I was having. I tend to be a little dramatic sometimes, and and so was that. Yeah, I own it. I'm a drama queen, and there was something about Ivory Tower that I just felt was just not gelling with the rest of the album, And I was like, we shouldn't do it. It's not a good. It's like I don't. It doesn't fit with us. It's not the right song. And then GC and I went back and forth a little bit. And then basically when we got to the drum recording, GC was like, "Yeah, we're gonna skip Ivory Tower," and Colin was basically like, "Hold my beer," and
We're doing it.
Yep. Just to know, I wasn't drinking while recording.
no, but Colin decided to record it anyway. When I got the drum belt track, I was like, "Oh yeah." But
I see it now.
When after you recorded that song, I sent a voice memo to Chad and told him, "Yeah, I think we have to do it. You have to listen. Just listen to this." And it's like, this is
But
so
it brought everything together once Colin laid the tracks, though, because then it really felt like there was much more of a connected tissue between the songs.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was saying too. And I think it really, especially Rain Solar Winds going into Renew, I just felt like, oh, they did something like a little bit of darkness to kind of really make it more versatile. And I think that just the blending together perfectly, you know?
Good job, Colin.
yeah.
Better. Mission accomplished.
And so it's just one other thing about that, but it's so fun to hear you guys say that it's your favorite track of the album, because at some point Chad and I we said, well, if it's not our personal favorite, it's gonna be somebody else's favorite song of the album. So
This guy's like your drummer. Like, come on, think about your.
It has become a very it's definitely grown on me.
Still polarizing a little bit.
Yeah, but it's good. It's good. I think mine's I don't know. I like so many of the songs for different reasons. I think the Grand Design and Welcome to TerraCorp is just such a powerful opener. But I think I'd have to give it to Rain Solar Winds. I think that's my personal favorite to play, and I think it's become my favorite song on the album just because it's and moving to places.
That might be my second pick, actually. It's so beautiful and yeah. I also just loved your solo on it too.
That's actually why.
I didn't want to say it. See what you do.
I get just like to be like, yeah, I know how to play guitar.
Oh, it's always the solo, right? I mean, she's like, this might be my favorite now.
It was the first time that I actually recorded a solo, because I've never had the desire to do that. And then Car Power Europe happened, and I ended up having to do a solo for one of the tracks that we decided to play the day before, just because we had an idea that we would exchange solos. And I don't improvise. I have to write intrusive thoughts. Yeah. Also, the fact that GC was like, yeah, just do a solo here, and I actually really liked what I did, so it's fun to play live. So yeah, it's got a lot of it. Starts in a certain vibe, then you just slow down, then we get heavy again. It's fun. It's fun song.
It's like a best off of all the influences you like it.
Yeah, basically, I think. Anyway, that probably went on a lot longer than you were hoping. This was awesome. Thank you guys so much for taking the time, man. I'll be so excited to see you guys on Saturday. Yeah. Thank you guys for being weird. Thanks so much, guys. Absolutely. Let's go. All right.